సో వాట్సప్ లెజెండ్స్ వెల్కమ్ టు మై ఛానల్ అండ్ ఈరోజు మనం వంకాయ స్టార్ రైల్ స్పెషల్ స్ట్రీమ్ అయితే చూద్దాం. ఏం జరుగుతుందో, ఏమేమి అనౌన్స్ చేస్తాడో అట్లా అదైతే చూద్దాం ఈరోజు. అండ్ ఛానల్కి ఎవరైనా కొత్తగా వచ్చుంటే డిస్క్రిప్షన్ చదువురు భయ్య ప్లీజ్. ఇంకా టైం ఉంది ఎట్లన్నా 64 పెట్టుకున్నాం సౌండ్. ఫిఫ్టీ చాలు. మీకు ఒకవేళ సౌండ్ సరిగ్గా వినపడకపోతే చెప్పండి. అట్లా. అండ్ రిడీమ్ కోడ్స్ అవన్నీ నేను మీకు ఈ స్ట్రీమ్ అయిపోయాక డిస్కార్డ్లో అండ్ కమ్యూనిటీ పోస్ట్లో పెడతా. 24 hours వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ఆ కోర్స్ వచ్చేసి ఐ థింక్ 12 hours. సో అది వచ్చేసి నేను కమ్యూనిటీ పోస్ట్ అండ్ డిస్కార్డ్లో అయితే పెడతా. డోంట్ వర్రీ. ట్రైన్ మంచిగా ఉంది కానీ 2 బోగీలు ఉన్నాయి ట్రైన్కి, ఇంకా మిగతా బోగీలు లేవు. సో సియాడ్ ట్రైన్ బోగీలు 2 ఉన్నాయి. మెయిన్ ఇంజన్ కంపార్ట్మెంట్ ఇది, ఇంజన్ ఇది వచ్చేసి వాళ్ళు టైంపాస్ చేసే బోగి. అండ్ ఇది లాస్ట్ కనపడని బోగి వచ్చేసి వాళ్ళ రూమ్లో, ట్రైన్లో ఉండే క్యారెక్టర్స్ రూమ్స్. నాకు తెలిసి పాంపం గడు ఇంజన్ రూమ్లోనే వండుకుంటాడేమో. అయితే డ్రైవర్ ఎవరు ఈ ట్రైన్కి? చిన్న క్వశ్చన్. డ్రైవర్ ఎవరు అయ్యి ఉంటారు? And driver will be playable? Will he be playable? So ఈరోజు ఈ మన మార్చ్ చేస్తాము స్ట్రీమ్. పంపం కానీ బొమ్మ.
We're live already. Hey everyone, welcome to the program and thank you to our sponsor, the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm your host, Astral Express crew member, March 7th. I've been watching my favorite streamer in preparation, but this is still my first time hosting, so go easy on me if I mess up, okay? What was I supposed to say again? I think it was, don't forget to like, follow and share, or I'll chicken out. And then...
Nice, Marspain.
Without further ado, let's get right into the trailer.
ఓకే, మంచి స్ట్రీమర్ అవుతుంది ఆమె కూడా. ఓకే, చాట్ పనిచేస్తుంది. బగ్ ఉంది అనుకున్నా చాట్లో. ఓ టోపస్.
This exquisite celebration to its climax.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket.
టోపస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పవర్ రేంజర్ లాగా అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు. Siva bro, namaste. Welcome to the stream.
I return to the Lawfu.
Long time no see.
Surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. This will be the last you see of me.
వీళ్ళిద్దరికి ట్రై చేస్తావు, ఎవడు వస్తాడు? ఎప్పుడో అయిపోయింది భయ్య. గణేష్ బ్రో నమస్తే, వెల్కమ్ టు ది స్ట్రీమ్.
Later moonlight.
జాపనీస్ రాదు బ్రో నాకు.
High
Huh?
cloud quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
జాబ్ ట్రై చేసిన కానీ రాలే. 2 years ట్రై చేసిన రాలే, సో లైట్ తీసుకుని ఇక. So, 97. యూట్యూబ్ లైఫ్ టైం అయితే కాదు, ప్రెజెంట్ ఏం చేయాలి ఏం అర్థమవుతలే. సో ఏదన్నా ఐడియా వచ్చేదాకా, లేదంటే ఏదన్నా నాకు అనుకున్న జాబ్ వచ్చేదాకా యూట్యూబ్ చేస్తా అంతే.
Yeah, the Trailblaze journey continues. There's loads of fun stuff waiting for us out there. Can't wait to catch it all on camera. Like Jing Liu. Never thought we'd meet a living Xianzhou legend. She's super interesting. Miss Jing Liu might look young and elegant, but
కొత్త
people
ట్రై
say
చేసిరు
she's
వీళ్ళు,
experienced and super
కొత్త
dangerous.
ట్రై చేశారు.
I was a little nervous when the director told me I'd be introducing her today. So I thought, why don't I see if I can bring in another young, elegant, experienced,
మా ఇంట్లో
and
ఒప్పుకోరు, టైం
dangerous
ఇచ్చారు
lady to
2
help
years.
me with the intro.
అందుకే కానీ నేను చేస్తుంది ఇది.
Next up, let's put our hands together and
Izumi-
welcome Miss Himeko,
Izumi bro, namaste,
navigator of
welcome to the
Astral
stream.
Express.
Wow,
Himiko.
March, is that how you see me? I'm very flattered.
Himeko,
ఇంట్లో నాకు
you're
తెలిసి
here
ఇవన్నీ
already?
ఆల్రెడీ.
That's right. I walked in just as someone happened to be calling me a young, elegant, experienced, and dangerous lady.
You're all those things. So, you want to take it from here, Himeko?
4.2లో
Sure
ఇంకా
thing.
ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్ట్
Where were
ఉంటాయా?
we?
ఉంటాయి.
Hi, everyone. As
Ending
March said, I'm
last Archon
Himiko,
quest వస్తుంది నాకు తెలిసి.
navigator of the Astral Express. Today I'll be introducing you
Purina
to a
related.
living Xianzhou legend, Jing Liu.
వాళ్ళు టైం ఇచ్చినాక నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసిన భయ్యా. బర్స్ట్ యానిమేషన్ మస్తు ఉంది మరి, కానీ
Ever since I first caught sight of her in Yenqing's tracking entries, I was completely hooked. She's Jingyuan's previous master. I bet she's
నేను
got all
దేనికి
kinds
ట్రై
of hidden
చేసినో,
stories to tell.
ఎవరు
As
ఏ
one of the
కంపెనీలకు
high
ఇంటర్వ్యూ
cloud quintet, she was
అప్లై
once the
చేసినో
strongest
అవన్నీ అది మా
submaster
ఇంట్లో
on
వాళ్ళకి
the
తెలుసు.
Luofu.
అందుకే
However, due to the effects of Mara, she sometimes loses her grip on reality, perceiving herself as an unstoppable sword.
Jing Liu's so ruthless. She even attacked
నాకు
her
తెలియదు బ్రో, నేను
apprentice's
ఇంకా ఆర్కాన్ క్వెస్ట్
apprentice.
ఆడలే.
And she figured out Yenqing's fighting style just from the sound of his swords. I'd bolt if I
యూట్యూబ్
saw her
గురించి
coming
చూద్దాం,
my way.
ఇప్పుడైతే అంత
I can't
చెప్పే
say I
అవసరం
blame
లేదు
you.
ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళకి.
After the Mara took hold of Jing Liu, she became a different person. As for the
ఎందుకంటే
day
టైం
she
పాస్గా ఏదో
crossed paths
చేస్తున్నాను
with
అయితే తెలుసు
Nanqing,
వాళ్ళకి.
it was quite the twist of
యూట్యూబ్
fate.
గురించి అంత
I
చెప్పి
guess so. In any case, Jing
ప్రెసెంట్
Liu is
రెప్యుటేషన్ బాలే
unpredictable
భయ్యా
at the best of
యూట్యూబ్ది.
times.
యూట్యూబర్ అంటేనే
But if you
రెప్యుటేషన్
catch
బాలే.
her on a good day, she's as
ఎవరికన్నా
calm
సరే
as
అది.
moonlight on a silent night.
ఎవరంత ప్రౌడ్గా ఫీల్
Nice
అవుతలేరు ఈ మధ్య
Her
ఎక్కువ.
power is actually
కొద్ది రోజులు
deeply
టైం
connected
పడుతుంది
to
అందరి
the
పేరెంట్స్
moving
యూట్యూబ్
spaces.
అంటే ప్రౌడ్గా ఫీల్
Jing
కానీ.
Liu is an ice-type character following the path of destruction, who uses 2 different states in combat.
Different states? What's that?
Think of it this way. When Jing Liu is in prolonged combat, her Mara-struck persona takes over and she changes states. When Jing Liu uses her skill, Transcendent Flash, she accumulates stacks of syzygy.
Whoa! Isn't Transcendent Flash the legendary sword move from Mr. Cien's story? The one that cuts through time
బ్రో
itself?
నా పానం పోయినా నేను అట్లాంటి సెలబ్రిటీ అయితే కాను భయ్య. రీల్స్ వల్లనైతే అస్సలు కాదలుచుకోలే నేను.
When Syzygy stacks up to a set amount, Jingliu is consumed by Mara and enters a spectral transmigration state. In the spectral
చేస్తే
transmigration
యూట్యూబ్
state,
ట్విచ్ ఇవి
Jingliu's
రెండే
every
టార్గెట్.
attack deducts a set
YouTube చేసిన.
percentage of HP from her ally's max HP. However, her attack increases according to the corresponding total HP consumed.
See? I told you she attacks her allies.
While in the spectral transmigration state, Jingliu's skill, Transcendent Flash, becomes Moon on Glacial River, and she is unable to launch basic attacks. Moon on Glacial River doesn't consume skill points, but does consume stacks of Syzygy. When stacks reach 0, Jingliu exits the spectral transmigration state. Jingliu's ultimate, Floor Ephemeral Dream Flux, deals a set percentage of her attack as ice damage to a single target and adjacent enemies, as well as granting her additional stacks of Syzygy.
Whether it's normal state Ice Beauty Jingliu or red-eyed spectral transmigrator state Jingliu, she's one heck of a sword master.
According to Cienjo records, she was taken by the 10
Oh,
lords before
wait,
the
మా స్కిల్
onset of
సెట్
Mara
ఉంది.
and subsequently detained in the shackling prison. The famous confrontation with her apprentice, Jing Yuan, would come later.
Becoming Mara-struck is an unavoidable fate for Cienjo long-life
కొన్ని పనులు
species.
చేయను అందులో
But they're
అదే
still
అదే
trying to
కరెక్ట్
find a way to
చెప్పినావు
break
బ్రో.
free of the
Hey, bro.
cycle.
In the brand new 1.4 mission, Clouds Leave No Trace, an anonymous letter silently appears on the Express. It seems an unexpected visitor has extended an invitation and is looking to connect with Don Hung to
Old
delve
movies
deeper
కావాలి.
into the tale
Ta-da.
of the Cienjo. Past events may feel distant
Movie
in the
rules, eh?
present, but it's only right to give this
Tanta
story its
YouTube.
proper conclusion. Valiant figures from times of old reunite with familiar faces and find themselves in a world drastically reshaped
YouTube.
from the one they once knew.
I heard the reason Jingliu wears a blindfold is to avoid catching sight of certain objects on the Cienjo. Things that would trigger her memory and the Mara inside her.
ఈమె వచ్చేసి
Well,
సింపుల్
not seeing
మన allies
isn't
నుండి
the
హెచ్పి
same as
కన్జ్యూమ్
not
చేసి
remembering. She's
బోనస్
never
డ్యామేజ్
forgotten
చేస్తుంది.
those who
సింపుల్
fought
చెప్పాలంటే
alongside her. As for solving the
స్టాక్స్
Mara
వస్తాయి.
predicament,
నార్మల్ అటాక్
we'll just have to
స్కిల్
stay
అనుకుంటా.
tuned for
స్కిల్
the
యూజెస్
upcoming
స్టాక్స్ వస్తాయి.
Cienjo story.
ఫస్ట్ యూజ్ చేసిన స్టాక్స్ వస్తాయి.
Looks like Jingliu's next move is gonna be trending all over the Cienjo.
స్పెషల్ ఈవెంట్లో
Hey, Himeko,
నైట్
what if I
ప్రిమోస్
start doing
వచ్చాయి.
my own live
Genshin.
streams? They could
అవును
track
అవును.
Jingliu's every step. I bet they'd get loads of views.
Sorry, March. I wouldn't recommend chasing trends. Your content will probably end up clashing with the IPCs.
Really? But my favorite streamers are always saying you gotta go with the hype. Anyway, how do you
Papa
think I'm
March.
doing so far, Himeko? For this episode, I did loads and loads of research. Plus, I got lots of tips from my favorite streamer.
ఎవరా
And which
streamer?
streamer would this be?
Ta-da! She's a streamer called Gwenithan.
ఒక్క
Her
రోజు
streams are
టోటల్ గా
super
7 పుల్స్
entertaining.
వచ్చాయి.
Gwenithan? I can't say I've heard of her.
You haven't? She's on the Cienjo too. How about... I know! I'll tell you all about her.
అచ్చా ఈమెన ఓహో ఈమె పేరు నాకు తెలియదు. అది పెద్ద పేరు ఉంది భయ్య ఈమెకి. టెంఫర్స్ గేమ్ ట్రై చేయి బ్రో. గ్రాఫిక్స్ మస్తు ట్రై చేసిన బోర్ కొట్టింది నాకు అది. తర్వాత ఫస్ట్ మంచిగానే అనిపించింది కానీ ఈమె కావాలండి హెలిటీ టీంకి.
There was one night I couldn't sleep, and I ended up watching Gwenithan's Quaiban live stream.
Gwenithan.
Never heard anything
Gwenithan.
like it. I subscribed straight away. It was meant
ఇప్పుడు
to
దాని
be.
సర్వర్లు కూడా క్లోజ్
Her attire
చేసేసారు
is
ఆ
very
గేమ్ది.
Cienjo, but it feels like she's not from the Lothu.
She's not from any of the Cienjo ships. I think her real name was Guinevere or something. Anyway, Gui means fine wood, Nai means to exist, and Fen means fragrant. Su Shang came up with it for her. She's her bestie.
What lovely
Su
imagery.
Shang.
I know. Plus, if you think about it, Guinevere and Gwenithan do sound kind of similar if you say them a few times, right?
Gwenithan.
We might want to steer clear of wordplay, March. I heard the Cienjo issues fines for that.
Huh? Seriously?
Cienjo culture is vast and profound. There's still much to learn.
Guinaifen says that Sushang is always schooling her on local culture and customs. Sushang is as Cienjo as it gets.
160
I feel like
days game
everything I
login
learned
అయ్యాను.
about the Cienjo I learned from them.
Live streaming, Kwaiban, a passion for Cienjo culture. Guinaifen seems like a girl of many talents.
She is. Although I feel like she mainly uses them to impress her bestie. Did you
మధ్యలో
know
చాలా
that
గ్యాప్.
Guinaifen is actually a street performer?
ఏమో మరి.
Not to mention she's also super talented on the battlefield. Guinaifen is
But
a
బానే
fire
చేసినావు,
type
168
character
days.
following the path of nihility. When using her skill, Blazing Welcome, Guinaifen launches firecrackers, dealing fire damage to her target and adjacent enemies with a chance of inflicting burn.
టోటల్
After
3
unlocking
ఎనిమిస్ అని
the
చెప్పొచ్చు
trait
కదా.
Sky Pulse, her basic attack, Standing Ovation, also has a chance of inflicting enemies with burn.
I'm curious. Why firecrackers exactly?
Guinaifen says that in Cienjo legends, artists use firecrackers to fend off scary beasts. In return, the nobility supported the artists financially. Guinaifen is just continuing the tradition, and friendly locals are only too happy to support her. Funnily enough, her talent is called Patreon benefits. When Guinaifen is on the battlefield and an enemy sustains burn damage, there's a chance they'll enter a
వన్
fire
పీస్
kiss
మల్టిపుల్
state.
అడ్వెంచర్ గేమ్
Fire Kiss is stackable
Idea
and limited
లేదు.
to a set number of turns. While in the Fire Kiss state, enemies sustain increased damage. Which reminds me, I think Guinaifen live-streamed a battle once too. Her ultimate, watch this showstopper, summons and detonates an even bigger firecracker in the form of a D-Ting.
బై. ఓకే. వస్తుంది. అది అక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం, ఇక్కడ కాదు.
Halfway through. I think she violated the platform's fire safety policy.
Oh.
ఓహో, ఆమె స్కిల్ కూడా వస్తుంది.
Got a better picture of Guinaifen now?
And I can see why you're so fond of her.
Cool, isn't she? I'll message you the link to her streams right now. Sometimes she even sends gifts to her fans. Hey, Gwailings, check this out. Scale Gorge spring water, clear and tasteless, rich in calories. One sip. You just saved yourself a meal. Actually, I bought some 5-liter Scale Gorge spring water during Guinaifen's last stream. When you're watching her stream, you gotta be ready to grab the deal.
యా,
They're
వాళ్ళ కాళ్ళు
awesome.
Wait a minute, March. If that's the case, those bottles of Scale Gorge spring water in the Express's storage room, you bought all of those?
Yeah, what about them?
Interesting. Just the other day, Welt was telling me about his new healthy lifestyle habits. Apart from exercise, he's been drinking 8 glasses of water a day. Strangely enough, he's gained a little weight. Guess it must have been...
So Mr. Yang was drinking the... It's getting late, Himeko. We should get back to the show. The next person we'll be talking about is Topaz.
Sure. So, who's Topaz?
Actually, I
Himeko
don't know
తెలియదా?
either. But the director said that
Level,
Topaz
bro.
works for the IPC. She even knows that presenter, Albert. Speaking of, let's get him on the line.
అరే అరే, యూట్యూబ్లో చేస్తారు కదరా స్ట్రీమ్, అందులో పోవచ్చు కదరా మీరు. సరే, దీనికి తన్నుకు వస్తారు.
Albert!
13K.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm your good buddy Albert.
Why did our art style change?
On my show, we go by my style. Up next, allow me, Albert,
Hologram.
a professional
Yes.
Interastral Peace Corporation anchor, to introduce to you my guest and IPC colleague, Topaz.
ఈమె కిట్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఉంది. అండ్ లుక్స్ క్యూట్. ఇది చూసినాక ఈమె కిట్ ఇస్ వీడియో బఫరింగ్ యూ లో లేటెన్సీ టాగల్.
Special Debts pick a team. She's a combination of youth, elegance, and remarkable ability.
The Special Debts Picket Team. I think I've heard of them.
Well, as you may know,
ANT.
among the universe's major investors and lenders, the IPC is a big fish. And with so many venture capital projects, there are bound to be bumps in the road. Topaz is our go-to person to smooth out the bumps and make sure we recover what's owed.
Oh, I get it. So the corporation's in the red?
When dealing with defaulters, Topaz's methods are swift and effective, saving the IPC from many a potential loss. She also has a great
అది
knack
మూతి
for
చూసిరా
investments,
భయ్యా,
turning even
ఆ
the
పందిది
bleakest projects into success stories and ensuring huge returns.
టోపస్
for the
అండ్ నంబి.
corporation.
Wow, impressive.
జైబ్రో నువ్వెప్పుడు పోయినావు
Does
ఇళ్ళకి?
she have some kind of
టోపస్ అండ్ నంబి
superpower?
అంట.
Within the walls of the IPC, there is indeed a rumor that Topaz's stellar success might have something of the supernatural about it.
అనుకుంటూనే ఉన్నావు.
Supernatural? Oh, reminds me of Gwen Ivan's ghost hunting streams.
Ghost hunting? Let's not jump the gun. When people think of Topaz, they don't think about ghosts, but a certain unmistakable companion. I'm talking about her warp trotter, Numby. They may look like a cute mascot, but Numby is Topaz's trusted
యశ్వంతరావు
sidekick,
మిస్ అయ్యిండు.
both at work and out on the battlefield. Numby has a keen sense for sniffing out wealth. Security checks, debt settlements, and calculations are all child's play for this little piggy. Together with Topaz, they traverse the cosmos.
కాల్స్ వస్తే ఇప్పుడు ఈమె కిట్ మంచిగా ఉందనుకో ఫూసాన్ని కూడా వదిలేస్తాను నేను. లో లేటెన్సీ మోడ్ ఏడుందిరా? ఆన్లోనే ఉంది కదరా లో లేటెన్సీ.
Resolving any and all debt disputes that could threaten the IPC. There's the battlefield in more ways than one. Topaz's prowess in the former is just as swift and formidable in the latter. And you better believe Numby plays a huge part in that. Topaz and Numby
It's
are
gonna be-
fire-type characters following the
Okay,
path
bro.
of the hunt. At the start of an allied turn, if no enemy on the battlefield is inflicted with proof of debt, Topaz will inflict this state on a random enemy, thereby boosting the
Oh,
follow-up
increases
attack
follow-up
damage they receive. During battle, Numby starts out with an initial speed and acts autonomously, attacking enemies inflicted with proof of debt. Excluding Numby's own turns, every time an ally follow-up attack hits an enemy inflicted with proof of debt, Numby's action is advanced forward.
Seems like Numby and Topaz share a strong bond.
They make
జింగ్యూన్
a
గానికి
tight
సెట్
unit.
బ్రో
Speaking
ఇది.
of which, Topaz's skill, difficulty pan, is able to reallocate proof of debt to a different target, allowing Numby to immediately launch an assault and deal a set percentage of Topaz's attack as fire damage to the new target. This counts as a follow-up attack.
You can just
Topaz's
continue.
ultimate turn of profit allows Numby to enter the Windfall Bonanza state. In this state, damage and crit damage dealt by Numby both experience an increase. If that wasn't enough, every time an ally's basic attack, skill, or ultimate hits an enemy inflicted with proof of debt, Numby's action is additionally advanced forward. After Numby launches a set number of attacks, this effect is dispelled.
Whoa, Numby's got moves.
Some believe that everything possesses a soul. I believe that if you treat all living things with genuine care, regardless of whether they're human, they'll respond in kind.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Numby's not done yet. Topaz and Numby's technique, Explicit Subsidy, allows Topaz to summon Numby when entering a map. Numby then automatically seeks out basic treasures and
Ay, set
trotters
ఉంది.
within a certain
Ima.
range, leading Topaz right to the loot. The best part? Trotters won't be alerted to their approach.
Ay,
This effect
what the hell?
doesn't even consume technique points. If Topaz and Numby enter combat after using their technique, our little warp trotter regenerates a set amount of
పక్కా సెట్ ఉంది మా అసలు.
battle entered in this way, the team receives a small amount of additional credits up to a set daily limit. The above also goes for winning battles entered in this way within the simulated universe. But instead of credits, the team receives a small amount of cosmic fragments with a chance to bag a random curio.
That's quite the skill set.
Mhm.
Seems like Topaz and Numby have a bad cop approach to debt collection.
All that and no debuffs. We might as well call Numby the omnipotent cosmic piggy bank.
చూసినావా బ్రో నీకు ఎంత విలువ
Careful
వచ్చేసింది ఇప్పుడు
now. If there's an eon of prosperity out there, I doubt they want competition. Truth be told, Topaz doesn't care much about Numby's wealth-generating abilities. Here at the IPC, she has a reputation for being clean as a whistle. Money just isn't that important to her. Money is a means, not an end. Work should make you happy. Topaz looks after Numby because she loves them. Simple as that. That's not all I heard. In version 1.4, Stagnant Shadow's Shape of Scorch.
Uh-huh.
Live. Beat it, and you can snag the essential
Kotta
material
boss.
required for Topaz and Gwenifin. Searing Steel Blade.
Albert, are you sure Topaz is just your colleague? It feels like she's got a way bigger role than you.
Clearly, you've never worked in a top
ఇటీవల
tier
కూడా
company. In esteemed enterprises like ours,
ఇంకా
we stress a horizontal approach to management. As long as one has their own methodology, finds
పోనీలే
their own
bro.
niche, and employs their own strategy, they can exert unlimited influence and change the fate of a project.
Himeko, is he making any sense to you?
I'm not quite following.
Look, I might not get the ins and outs of investing, but I know my way around the presentation deck. Those dazzling slides on Topaz. You, my creation. Impressive. It's all about making yourself indispensable in the workplace. And if Topaz were here right now, she'd acknowledge my presence with the utmost respect.
How's it hanging, Owlie? Hi, viewers.
Ah.
Topaz!
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
హిమికో
You
టీ
guys probably mentioned already, but
హోలోగ్రామ్
I'm
కదా
the
బ్రో
strategic
తాగానికి
investment
రాదు
department at the IPC headquarters. It's an honor to be here for Miss March 7's show today, and to meet Miss Himiko.
Hi, Topaz.
Nice to meet you too.
The Director Topaz! What brings you here?
A while ago, we received an investment application from the Interastral Peace Media Department. It seems the IPM's presenters want to expand the program's reach. As such, the corporation sent me to evaluate the program's performance.
Director Topaz, I'll show you my expertise right now. So without further ado, let's unveil version 1.4's eagerly awaited 5-star characters. First phase of
ఇదే మెయిన్
1.4
ఇంపార్టెంట్
the character event warp, gentle eclipse of the moon. Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Jing Liu. And during the second phase of 1.4, 2 character event warps will become available. In the character event warp, Sunset Claws, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Topaz and Numby. Meanwhile, in the character event warp, Butterfly on Sword Tip, the limited 5-star character Zila will be making a return. And I almost forgot to mention, the 4-star character Gwenifin will also be a part of these 2 second phase character.
ఓ సిలీ
Look who's back. It's Zila. Feels like forever since we last saw her in Bellabog.
Characters aside, we're also eagerly anticipating version 1.4's 5-star light cones. At 1.4's first phase light cone event warp,
ఏ
the
దీనమ్మ
drop rate
ఒక్కోసారి
of the
స్క్రీన్ షాట్ రాదు
5-star light cone, I shall be my own sword, will be boosted.
It's that sword-wielding beauty again.
Standing there in the moonlight without her blindfold, amidst all those flowers.
ఒక్క నిమిషం పయ్యా చాట్ చూస్తలేను
Unforgettable.
Meanwhile, in 1.4's second phase light cone event warps, the drop rates for the 5-star light cones, Worrisome Blissful, and In the Night will be boosted.
Wow, Topaz is so lucky to be surrounded by so many cute fluff balls. Can we get one for the Express, Himeko? Oh, please?
I'm afraid that might not be possible. I remember Pom Pom saying they're not keen on having anything that sheds fur in the carriages.
But Pom Pom sheds tons of fur.
You know,
Aww.
Trailers like Numby make
Yeah.
great companions. They're non-shedding, low maintenance, and super squishy. Plus, they can sniff out valuable treasures. Or, what about adopting a talking bird? Like Owlie here.
Wait,
Mm.
what? Absolutely not.
శీలా వెపన్ రావట్లేదా?
The star of the
నాకు తెలిసి ఈమె హంట్ కదా, రెండు హంటేగా.
That wraps up today's Warp and Light Cone segment. Director Topaz, I was wondering, how did you rate my performance?
Let's talk about that later. The reason I'm here for March's show today is to present some small gifts to our esteemed viewers on behalf of the IPC. I'm not the best at crafting presentation decks, but here is the slide I worked up.
వచ్చిందా? శీలా వెపన్, శీలా వెపన్ వస్తుందా? నేను చూడలేదు సరిగ్గా. అదే శీలీది వెపన్. ASPR C7 2
Feel the frost in the space fantasy adventure Honkai Star Rail.
భాయ్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా తప్పు కొట్టిన. జీ S9 JB ఇప్పుడు కరెక్ట్.
Dive into a timeless space fantasy adventure, Honkai Star Rail.
Gee, thanks, Topaz. It's great you could take
Silly
time
weapon
out of your
వస్తుందా? అయితే
schedule
nice.
to be on the show. You must be pretty busy.
Well, the corporation is a big part of my life. In fact, me and my team are heading out to business on Eurillo 6 very soon. Taking part in today's program was a nice change of pace for me.
Oh, really? Eurillo 6? We've been there. So, is this a debt collecting trip?
I'm afraid I can't comment on internal IPC matters. That said, I heard the Express crew will be heading to Eurillo 6 for the Trailblaze Continuance Future Market. Looking forward to seeing you all in Bellabog.
Huh? How did you know about that?
Preliminary research is crucial for the smooth progression of any project. Our data collection lead informed me about a significant
What the
site on
question?
Eurillo 6 known as the Pillars of Creation, a memorial symbolizing centuries of Bellabogian resistance. Out of respect, I intend to pay a visit there with a few colleagues.
Colleagues?
Oh, where are my manners? Let me introduce them. Senior staff, team leader, grunt, field personnel,
Oh.
and grunt, security personnel.
They look pretty slick, but I can't help but wonder.
Are they enthusiastic about a trip to an ice planet?
I'm afraid enthusiasm doesn't come into it. The IPC's balance sheet isn't the best right now. We haven't got the capital to
Okay.
outsource missions like these.
That explains the recent disturbance in the corporation. As if thousands of voices suddenly sighed in exhaustion and were suddenly silenced.
Let's set that aside for now. You know, I've heard all about the achievements of the Astral Express. I also heard that the train's navigator was a lady of unparalleled beauty and talent.
హిమికో.
It was a pleasure to meet you at last, Miss Himiko.
Another reason for coming on the show
ఏ
today?
నేను మళ్ళీ చెక్ చేసిన భయ్య, కోడ్ కరెక్టే అంట.
You exceeded them.
చెక్
Next
చేస్తాం మళ్ళా.
time, let's see if we can meet up in person.
I'm sure we can make that happen. Once your work in Bellabog is done, perhaps you'd like to drop by the Express.
It's a deal.
7-2
I've
భయ్,
always
7-2
wanted to set eyes on
అది.
the Express.
Jeez. Can we get a room for these guys?
2-7-2
Get a room.
Z తర్వాత
What is that
7 తర్వాత
mean?
2
As
కొట్టాలి.
another gesture of the corporation's goodwill, I'd like to introduce a brand new event for everyone to take part in.
Oh, woohoo!
Nice.
Recognized universally as the leading video game brand, Ethereum Wars is set to unveil an offline fan event on Eurillo 6, the Interastral Tournament
ASPR.
Festival.
Ethereum Wars? What's that?
Think of it as a holographic video game. To secure a spot in the grand final, contestants must collect and nurture
ఇప్పుడు
ether
correct.
spirits, which can be found within victory zones.
Ether spirits?
I'd venture to guess they're much like Numby here.
ఇప్పుడు
Digital replicas of creatures designed to serve as combat companions.
Right you are, Miss Himiko. Your knowledge in this area is surprising.
I've heard a thing or two about the IPC's research and cultivation programs. Am I right in assuming that the aim of this event is to analyze the suitability of different species as fighting companions?
Correct. And we stand by our promise that no real-life creatures will be harmed during Ethereum Wars. The IPC has renovated an old weapons testing ground to serve as a tournament venue. We've also set up victory zones in different locations: Herta Space Station, Urilo 6, and the Xianzhou Luofu. Those who manage to defeat the championship contenders in each victory zone and complete the hyperlink challenges will be greeted with generous rewards. It's also worth noting that ether spirits, both allied and enemy alike, are classified into 3 types: mechanical, humanoid, and aberrant. In combat, these types have a cyclical relationship, with each one countering another. Attacking enemies that are vulnerable to your current ether spirit's type will allow you to deal extra damage.
Oh,
Okay.
so picking a type that counters your opponents is super important.
You got it! Furthermore, as you advance through the competition, you'll gain access to the even more formidable Overlord ether spirits, which can be developed to boost their combat prowess.
So the deeper you delve into the competition, the fiercer the fights become. This is gonna be quite the contest.
సో ఓవరాల్ ఎన్ని కండెన్స్డ్ రెజైన్ వస్తుంది, ఒకటి ఏదో ఫ్రీ వస్తుంది మెటీరియల్.
Ether spirit copy. Let's see. Whoa, a gold Albert.
Miss March, do I look like some battle pet to you? You can't just collect anything and everything.
Just curious.
A reminder to our esteemed contestants. Numerous players from across the universe will be partaking in Ethereum Wars. As you progress, new opponents will be revealed. After completing all challenges, exhibition matches await, where you might end up face to face with some
moduling
unexpected
resign.
opponents.
Moduling resign.
And should you rise to the occasion and overcome the Interastral Tournament Festival challenges, you'll receive IPC-sponsored eligibility for a specially selected 4-star character.
Right, set.
And there you have it, the full rundown on Ethereum Wars.
బ్లూగా కూడా నాకు
Hope
వద్దు
you all
కానీ
had fun.
పిల్ల
Remember to
E6
treat your
అయిపోయింది,
combat companions
సెర్వాల్
kindly.
తీసుకుంటా నేను అలా.
I've
సెర్వాల్
got
తీసుకుంటా.
to get to. Bye for now.
Huh? You're leaving so soon?
But I'm sure our paths will cross again. Over to you and Albert. Keep up the good work. There will be a year-end bonus for everyone when we roll out the new project.
Thank you, Director. Your wisdom, foresight, and mentorship, no bounds.
నువ్వే సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటారు భయ్యా.
Stay safe out there.
మీరే వాళ్ళు
I should be
సెలెక్ట్
going
చేసుకుంటారు.
too. There's some maintenance on the express to attend to. Hope to catch you all soon.
Thanks for all the help, Himeko. See you soon.
ఎలా ఈ రోజే
Gone?
ఐ థింక్ మొన్ననే అయ్యింది
On?
Topaz and Emiko.
E6.
I think so.
Are you sure?
Yes. Take a look for yourself. See? Told you. All gone. Nobody here but me. Nobody else on the line.
Whew, that's a relief. All those gifts. If you ask me, Topaz is just abusing her position to engage in a personal pastime.
Huh? Topaz's personal pastime? What's that?
Isn't it obvious to you?
అండ్ పని
Did you
అయినట్టే.
take another look at the
Albert
specifics of this
Gandhi.
event?
Let me think. I got it! So Topaz's personal pastime is hunting.
Duh? Hunting. Miss March, what gave you that impression?
ఆలోచించాలి. హుక్ అయితే E6 అని.
I'll show you.
సెర్వలైన
This
పిల్లలు
event
ఎవరో
is all
ఒకరు.
about
అదే
sneaking up slowly and
నాకు లూకా పెద్ద
then...
వద్దు.
Hey!
Whoa, slow down a second. Topaz's pastime is cuddling creatures, not hunting them. As soon as she gets home, she grabs her pets and cuddles the heck out of them. She's got hundreds at her company apartment.
Huh? Did you say hundreds? How does she have the space?
Well, her company apartment is an ecological starship.
Oh.
Meanwhile, my feathered butt's in his studio from the 2020s. Topaz lives it up in a giant starship over at corporate HQ. Well, I get my unpacked lunches in the middle of nowhere.
అంటే ఇందాక మార్చ్ కూడా హోలోగ్రామ్ లో మార్చ్ కింద పడ్డది.
Let's shift our attention to some of the other
ఆల్బర్ట్ గారి
brilliant
షిప్
events
బొక్క
coming our
పెట్టిండు.
way. First off, During the 1.4 release, the Planar Infinity event is making its debut. Herta and 3 other members of the Genius Society made some small renovations to the simulated universe.
Okay.
But each of them threw a spanner in the works. With the code damage, the universe is beginning to expand.
అరే కరెక్ట్ టైంలో ఎందుకు బఫర్ అవుతుంది ఇది?
Just a minor bug. You will be compensated.
Minor bug? Really? It doesn't sound like it.
It's true. The spanners in question cause the simulated universe's blessings and curios to multiply.
Oh.
As such, in Planar Infinity's ordinary plane challenges, trailblazers can obtain some wonderful buffs.
For example?
For example, a cosmic big lotto that won't disappoint.
Oh, wow!
See what I mean? Following an ordinary plane challenge, trailblazers will enter Herta's manic plane with their buffs in tow. Every time trailblazers successfully challenge a wave of
ఇది
enemies,
permanent అయితే
a
మస్తు
floor
ఉంటది.
is successfully cleared. As floors are cleared, trailblazers will face off against increasingly difficult enemies until
Foreverse is like a Doctor Strange movie.
I knew
ఇప్పుడు
there was a catch.
Madness
Now
of
we have
Multiverse.
to fight attrition warfare?
Herta wants to test the limits of the simulated universe's memory. Don't panic, Ms. March. As long as trailblazers obtain as many buffs as they can in the ordinary plane challenges, they'll be able to face down the manic plane with full strength. Trust me. in
ఇది
the
స్వామ్
simulated universe,
స్వామ్
anything
దాంట్లో
is
కూడా వస్తే
possible.
మస్తు ఉంటుంది ఇది.
Really? I don't believe you.
You must believe me. I promise, trailblazers. It's a walk in the park. I'm begging you.
Now I really don't believe you.
And of course, we're with version
Gift of
1.4
Odyssey.
without the ever-stimulating check-in event. Come on, y'all. Give it up in the back. Let's hear it for
ఇది
check-in.
nice.
Woohoo! Check in, check in.
Also in 1.4, we'll be welcoming in a story replay feature. When interacting with characters in the story, trailblazers can now pause dialogue and review surroundings.
ఇది వద్దులే, మనకి ఇదంత యూజ్ కూడా లేదు ఒక రకంగా.
Clicks, waiting to be rediscovered.
This doesn't mean you can make new choices, though. So always make choices that you know you won't regret.
We'll also be seeing the return of the planar fisher.
ఓకే, ఇది ఓకే. ఇది ఎవ్రీ ప్యాచ్ ఇచ్చి మంచి పని చేస్తారు. ఎవ్రీ అప్డేట్ కి ఇది ఇచ్చి.
Can earn you a set amount of double rewards.
Nice! Double rewards! Some people are farming the cavern like crazy every day. They
నేను
can save
వదిలేసిన
themselves some
ఈ డబుల్
time.
రివార్డ్ వచ్చినప్పుడే చేద్దామని వదిలేసిన నేను.
You be one of those people, Miss March?
Me? No way! Pom Pom never stops talking about that mysterious recipe they found. Things are gonna get real busy soon.
And what's a recipe gotta do with being busy?
It's not just the recipe. Pom Pom's been talking about organizing a whole food tour event. So strange. Nobody even knows where the recipe came from. What if Pom Pom runs into bad guys on the tour? I need to protect the conductor.
Ha! I get it now. You wanna pose as a bodyguard to get a bunch of free snacks.
Hey, that's slander. The food tour will be following the
Light
express
ah.
around the world. Keep your eyes peeled for official announcements on
light
when
gun
and
లెక్కన
where
ఉంది.
we'll be stopping.
Hey, I'm the one that leaves people in suspense around here. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Redemption codes!
Codes, codes, codes.
ఇప్పుడు కరెక్ట్ కొట్టాలి భయ్యా. MT
We are honored to introduce Honkai Star Rail to the PlayStation 5 on October 11th. PlayStation 5 is a perfect platform for this space journey, allowing our team to tap into full potential of the console.
The story of Honkai Star Rail is only getting started. Now with added technical features on PlayStation 5, we invite PlayStation gamers worldwide to join us in this breathtaking space fantasy.
Climb aboard the Astro Express on this October 11th.
MT15
adventure has no limits.
పై ఇది
And
నేను
in
అప్లై
this
చేసిన
journey
పై నాకు
leads us
వచ్చింది.
to Star Wars.
కాకపోతే మెయిల్ నాకు నోటిఫికేషన్ రాకపోయేసరికి నేను చూసుకోలే. పిఎస్లో టెస్ట్ చేయడానికి, ప్లే స్టేషన్లో టెస్ట్ చేయడానికి వచ్చింది నాకు.
That's everything for today. Thanks for tuning in to our special program and see you in the...
Wait! Albert! Who's the main presenter here? Shouldn't I be the one to bring the show to a close?
My bad. Force a habit. In that case, is there anything our main presenter would like to say to the audience?
Let me think. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, follow, and share. Let's get to 50 billion views.
50 billion. You might want to take a few zeros out there, March. Anyway, I got a flap. They're not paying me enough overtime, that's for sure. So whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and get yourself home already. Albert, sign it off. Bye-bye.
Wait, Albert! He really made a break for it. Anyway, so that's all for today's program. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm your host, March 7th, wishing all you guys a great day.
అంతేనా? ఏమన్నా ట్రైలర్ ఏమన్నా ఇస్తాడా? ట్రైలర్ ఏమన్నా ఇస్తాడు? 50 million views.
Finally! I'm exhausted.
లైవ్ బంద్ చేస్తాడు, మర్చిపోయింది.
Huh? Really? Oh, thank you. Actually, I was feeling super nervous. Oh, no. You guys did all the hard work. Thank you.
పాదేముందిలే భయ్యా.
Is the program link up already? I'll share it with my friend. Hey, you see my stream just now? You said you'd be tuning in.
చూస్తున్నానంటది.
Link is already up, by the way. I just shared with you. Remember to watch the whole thing.
యాక్చువల్లీ స్పేస్లో లైవ్ ఎవరు చూస్తారు? ఏలియన్స్. అది ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసిన. ఎనీ ట్రైలర్ ఎవడన్నా కొట్టుకొని చచ్చిపోయే ట్రైలర్లు ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయి ఈడ? ఏం లేవు అనుకుంటా భయ్యా. రన్నింగ్ అవుతుందా? అట్లా ఈవెంట్లు అయితే బాగానే ఉన్నాయి. 3-4 స్టార్. నేను చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. మీరెవరికి పుల్ చేస్తారు? నేను ఫ్యూషన్ ఇక స్కిప్ చేసేద్దామని చూస్తున్నా. 15 పిటి అనేది ఫ్యూషన్ బ్యానర్లో 16 పిటి. సో స్కిప్ చేద్దామా వద్దా అని ఆలోచిస్తున్నా. ఎందుకంటే జింగ్లు మంచిగా ఉంది, గ్యారంటీడ్. మళ్ళీ ఫ్యూషన్ వస్తే సిలీని డెవలప్ చేయాలి. సిలీకి నానా డాష్లు నాకాల్సి వస్తుంది ఆమె రెలిక్స్ కోసం. ఇది అయిపోలేదురా, అలా మోసం చేశారు అయ్యా ఇది బంద్ చేసినాక. అట్లా ఇదైతే కండెన్స్డ్ వీడియో వచ్చేసి రేపు కానీ ఎల్లుండి కానీ వస్తుంది. సో మీ స్ట్రీమ్ మిస్ అయిన వాళ్ళు ఫీల్ కాకూరి. వచ్చే బ్యానర్స్ అన్నీ ఫ్యూషన్కి. ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యూషన్ని స్కిప్ చేస్తా అంటే 50-50 లూజ్ అయినా కదా భయ్యా. ఒక 30 పిటి చేస్తా అంతే. 30 పిటి దాకా పోతా, దానికంటే ఎక్కువ పోనీగా నేను వదిలేస్తా లైట్. ఎందుకంటే సిలీన్ డెవలప్ చేయాలి, మళ్ళీ వేరే అవన్నీ పెద్ద కథలు ఉన్నాయి. దానికన్నా నేను మోనో కైరో టీమ్ వేసుకుంటే ఇంకా సెట్ ఉంటుంది. జింగ్లు, పిల్ల, సిల్వర్ వుల్ఫ్, జపాడ్ అట్లా వేసుకోకపోతే సెట్ ఉంటుంది ఇక టీం. మోనో కైరో టీం ఏదో భయపడే అవసరం ఉండదు జింగ్లు వస్తే. అట్లా వీళ్ళు కూడా స్ట్రీమ్ ఆఫ్ చేస్తుని మర్చిపోయారు. అట్లా చూడాలి ఏం జరుగుతుందో. సో మనం కూడా స్ట్రీమ్ ఎండ్ చేద్దాం. ఈరోజు ఈవినింగ్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఉంటుంటుంది, లేదంటే ఉండదు. కొంచెం బిజీగా ఉన్నాను నేను వేరే వీడియో మీద అండ్ న్యూస్ వీడియో మీద కూడా, రెండింటి మీద జర వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను అందుకే. సో దట్స్ ఇట్ ఫర్ టుడే. థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ వాచింగ్. సీ యూ గైస్ లేటర్.